doing okay, but he's not really. He's not going to create opportunities for other people. He might take some from there, but not create opportunities for other people. Then, so what happened is they put Craven to fullback, White into the halves, and brought young Danny Walker on. Then Craven got injured with a concussion. He did manage to come back on, but probably a bit too late in the day. Did they lose anyone else? I'm sure they lost another. I'm sure there was another concussion, but
did Gil Dodson not spend some time in the bin? Or was it just a penalty for that high shot?
No one was sin binned in this game that I can remember.
Right. I thought I saw something on Twitter at the time. Okay.
But that was kind of... That sums it up. Hull KR weren't great. I don't think they were they were spectacular. They were, in fact...
it was 12-6. It was a
I thought Widnes...
attritional affair.
I thought Widnes was the best side for the first half, right up until the last few minutes of the first half, when they were struggling with like injury reshuffles and that sort of stuff. And Thomas Minns got that great ball from Mossy Masoi. Really good play from dummy half as well by I'm assuming Lunt on that play. That kind of got everything into position. And for the first time, Hull KR managed to put on a play, whereas before that they were either ended up with the wrong kicker, or it was plays not like last tackle plays being really poor, and on top of that they weren't making any ground up the field. Widnes were defending the middle and attacking the middle really well, but Widnes had absolutely nothing at the end of sets. They did. Nothing at all, and they deserved to lose because they just were not good enough, and Hull KR were better in not being great.
There you go. Individually then, who stood out for us?
Ryan Shaw with a try in 133 metres. George Lawler, 49 tackles and 130 metres. Sean Lunt, 42 tackles.
And for Widnes?
Hutt Cahill with a try, 54 tackles. According to the stats, 21 marker tackles, which ties the SLP all-time record there, I think shared with Danny Houghton. 114 metres. Jack Buchanan 142 metres. Stephen March 5 tackle busts and 105 metres. I think he played in 3 different positions in the game, so good to get some consistency of ground getting anyway.
Catalan Dragons then on Saturday afternoon beat the Featherstone Rovers by 26 points to 12 in front of 8,649, refereed by Liam Moore.
And Alan Walker said, I'm starting to hope we can finish in 6th and get the fuck out of this shit as quick as poss. Then we can slice up the stupid coach and put him in the pies. He's even shown Jerry Geesay the door. Fev was shit and we were not quite as shit. The helicopters are buzzing overhead. I smell a revolution.
Hey, there you go. Val Carmatios says, Fev fought then folded. Dragons dossed and then dozed.
I think the smell of a revolution thing actually was linked in as much to those big parades, weren't there, across like Catalan
was there?
For independence, I think, over the weekend.
I see, okay.
Tyler Casfan said, dreary game with little excitement. Fev never looked likely to cause an upset, but Catalans never looked good enough to put the game beyond doubt. Just 2 teams who should both be in the championship next year.
Well, listen, based on...
He
does fucking hate Catalan as well, but based on this, you would expect them to win by a much healthier margin, and Catalan have got some tricky games coming up.
Yeah, well, they had a setback with Benjamin Garcia's sin bin in, which was a legitimate dangerous tackle over the perpendicular, and then they never really got going, but that's just how they've been all year. They were definitely the better side. They were definitely the more likely to cause problems side. That's without question in this game. Because Featherstone just didn't have much in attack whatsoever. So you always knew the Catalan was going to win, but it wasn't a fun one to watch.
No.
Which has been... I don't know if there's something about the turf at that Gilbert Brutus, because I don't know if it just feels like the games are slower there or something. There's some stodginess to the matches.
Do you think?
No, because it's like that whenever. There's some stodginess to these matches that's making them hard to watch, and I think it's that Catalan haven't been particularly fluent.
Yeah.
Not helped it at all. Good performances from Sam Moa. He kind of got the try that made it all certain, and that was probably deserved there. Keil Carlisle's tackle that got him in the sin bin. I'm not too certain what the huge difference is between that and what Ben Flower got sent off for at Warrington last year.
Right.
It was very similar to me. So he was rightly punished for that one. And other than that, there just wasn't much going on. Was Braden Williami's try was a little bit lucky. He was potentially an offside in the build-up and stuff. But I think the better team won, but neither team were great.
Yeah, that's true. Final game of the weekend.
No stats, because side games don't tend to have them.
Yeah. I wasn't going to address that. Final game of the weekend saw London take on Halifax down at the Trailfinders. It was 36 points to 14 in favour of the Broncos in front of 794. Refereed by Scott Mikalauskas coming over here and refereeing our games.
Paul Campbell said, not a great performance, but a win is a win. Facts were not too bad. Shame their fans are twats though. One fan wanted to fight Samet when he got sin-binned.
Ah, that's hilarious. Pick on someone your own size. Dr. Hideous says it wasn't the most entertaining game. It wasn't the entertaining game that the scoreline might lead you to believe. The occasional moments of brilliance didn't make up for the fitful, error-strewn mess that stuttered and stumbled its way around the pitch. And I'm glad I brought a hip flask to hold off the chill from the damp, gusty wind.
Well, the highlights have some phenomenal tries from London.
So there must be some utter garbage in between there, because that's got some brilliant tries.
Yeah, the Alex Walker try in particular looked great. The Bartow try looked good. So I don't know what went wrong.
No, me neither.
In and around that. But yeah, well done London, keeping themselves alive. Stats-wise, Elliot Kay, one try assist, 9 tackle busts, 215 metres, 3 clean breaks to celebrate being made vice-captain of the Wales side for the World Cup.
Yeah.
Rhys Williams with a try, 156 metres, 2 clean breaks. And Mark Ione, how do we say? Are we settled now?
I say Mark Ione.
125 metres. Now, from this London side, I would say, I hope not for London's sake, but I hope so for whoever picks them up sakes, that Bartow and Ione are playing in the Super League next year, because I think they can.
Yeah, they're both very, very good players, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they've certainly got. Okay, so what does all that do to the standings then?
Well, the 100% Warrington and Hull KR, they'll be competing in Super League in 2018. Widnes stay third and Catalan move to fourth. Lee are, I think they're both on 6 points. Lee are in fifth on 4 points, a point ahead of London in sixth. 3 points separate those four sides with only 2 games remaining, so it's going to be a lively run-in.
It certainly is. Okay, what happened in the predictions this week, Mark? And in the Super Room?
Well, you won.
And in the Dream Team?
You won, Tom. 6 out of 8 to my 5 out of 8, so well done. It was the Hull KR win that tipped the balance your way there. 131 for me overall, 137 for you. You extend your lead a little bit. Chris Walsh has taken over the lead at the top of the Super Room predictions, and actually a good margin of lead. He's really jumped up there. I think he's a Wigan fan, Chris, so we're at least the top of one table now. Tyler Casfan is wearing the yellow cap this week though, so well done to the young fella.
Yes.
In the Dream Team, Stephen Bowie stays top and continues to go well. He also has the best score this weekend with 765, so normal service
has been resumed.
The Dream Team.
Fantastic. Okay, that is last week taken care of. Let's take a look at some results from elsewhere now in the world of rugby league. Okay, so into the Championship then, round 6 of the Shield competition saw Toulouse defeat Batley Bulldogs by 56 points to 14. Dewsbury were beaten at home 12 points to 16 by the Bradford Bulls. It was Sheffield 26, Rochdale 22 down at Bellevue, and Swinton defeated Oldham by 29 points to 6. So, with just...
I don't know much about those first 3 games, but the Swinton game...
Alright.
Played in like the on and off mental showers of Sunday.
Oh, yeah?
But Swinton, young Josh Woods, the Wigan halfback on dual reg, kicked a drop goal probably with 20 or so minutes left, to make it a 7-point lead. And at that point, Oldham then probably had the worst of the conditions to try and do the most creative stuff that they could do, and it didn't work for them. They made a lot of errors, and Swinton were able to massively capitalise that and run away with it to make it look dead comfortable in the end.
Right. Fair enough.
Well done to Swinton.
Yeah, so with just one game left, it's going to take a monumental turnaround in points difference for Oldham to stay up now, as they sit 175 points difference behind Swinton. Elsewhere, we already know the semi-final lineups. It'll be Toulouse hosting Dewsbury and Batley hosting Sheffield. The only thing to be decided is can Swinton overtake Rochdale into 5th next week. Into the League One, then it was round 6 of the Super 8s. Toronto beat Barrow 26 points to 2. We had some feedback, Mark.
Yeah, Sarah McKenzie said, great first 50. Barrow suffered Wakefield-itis. The failure to score from good position. Bussey's fend-off was far worse than Watts, yet only on report.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see the full game on this one, so I can't comment on that, sorry.
Other fixtures this weekend saw Doncaster defeated at home 24 points to 28 by the Newcastle Thunder. Keighley Cougars with 28 points to 16 winners over Workington, and Whitehaven beat the York City Knights 26 points to 16. So Toronto seal promotion then by confirming top spot. Barrow and Whitehaven will host the playoff semis. York will be one of the visitors, but Doncaster still need to win in the final round to join them. Both Keighley and Newcastle are just 1 point back from them. All three have tough away games to close the year.
Yeah, that was a huge result. Newcastle managing to sort of, I'm guessing Klingon, but I'm not sure how the sort of scoring sequence went. Right. No, actually, they came back to score a try with about 10 minutes or so left that then Donny couldn't answer from. So, yeah, that they've got Toronto away next week as well, Doncaster.
Wouldn't bet on winning that, would you? League One Shield, round 6 of competition play there. So Oxford defeat Coventry by 28 points to 24.
Yeah, and Tim G Radio got in touch and he said, to the tune of Is This It by The Strokes, he said...
Oh, you have to sing it now.
Well, I'd need the song to be playing to be able to, get the rhythm right.
Right, okay.
Because I'm not sure if he's doing the start of the song or the chorus of the song, or... Right. So what are we going to do? We're going to play the song?
No, I think we just read out what he says. Let's not turn this into Super League karaoke.
Is this the last time we will see What Will Happen to Me? We played Coventry, a nice win to see. I wish I was like them. They've come so far. Some good players we signed. Time to pack up the bar. I'll miss rugby league. I'll miss rugby league. Yeah. Is this it? Is this it?
Great stuff. Wow, I thought that was very well done. In fact, that was well sung by. That's about what your singing voice sounds like, actually. London Scholars were 16 points to 6 winners over the Gloucestershire All-Golds mark, and our Gloucestershire fans and London fans got in touch in their drove.
Yeah, well, Lee Randall. Yep. Another game for Lee.
Hey.
Leaving the family at home again.
See you, kids.
If last week was bad, this week wasn't much better. I will put it as the worst performance of the season. Looked flat in attack, lacked aggression in the tackle overall, and just wasn't good enough. Next week could be our last ever game against the same opponents, which were our first ever opponents in the Hemel Stags. Let's make Lee Greenwood and maybe the All Golds go out on a high. Come on, you All Golds.
Dr. Hideous said stout defence from both sides, but Scholars looked in charge. The first try came from a lovely Mbaraga offload as he was swarmed by 4 tacklers. The rest of the half was in heavy rain with inevitable errors. 6-0 at the break. Scholars ruled the second half in a crashing monsoon, but when the sun came out they seemed to switch off. The All-Golds pounced immediately but couldn't pull back enough. Okay, elsewhere, South Wales defeated 6 points to 54 by the North Wales Crusaders, and it was Dewsbury B 16, Hunslet 60. So Scholars or Hunslet will host the Shield final, but we need to wait until next week to find out which one will. No changes in the places below them, Mark. Into the NRL, it was the first week of finals down under. Sydney Roosters defeated the Brisbane Broncos 24 points to 22. Melbourne Storm defeated the Parramatta Eels 18 points to 16. Manly Sea Eagles were beaten at home 10 points to 22 by the Penrith Panthers, and my Sharkies went down 14 points to 15 against the North Queensland Cowboys.
Yeah, there's a bit of refs faulting in the, particularly in the Manly Penrith game, although how Quilly Uati wasn't sin-binned for trying to pull, I can't remember which player it was, but pull some bloke's arm off. I don't know.
There you go. Harry Jepson Cup updates. Tim's been in touch, Mark.
Yeah, Tim G Radio got in touch, Tim Griffiths, and said the Midland side pulled out of this competition due to lack of player interest and financial support. Therefore, the only game this week was West versus East, with East winning 26-24 against a West side containing 2 professionals.
Ooh.
This means London and South East will play the East twice in succession, both at Hemel Stag's ground.
It's a long way up to Dewsbury for him. I'm being a prick about Hemel. Fair play. Okay.